Hey everybody, today is Friday, July 5th, and you have found me here in Southwest Virginia, and you have either inadvertently or on purpose stumbled upon my channel about cross stitch. So it is July, and you know what that means. It's hot, and we just had a holiday, and it's time for WIP Parade. So I hope you're ready. I got everything ironed and prettied up as good as it's going to get. And we will get started here in a second. Just a couple quick notes, since I know WIP parades tend to bring in some different eyes and whatnot. So hello to everybody. If you've not seen me before, welcome aboard. Like I said, I'm outside of Roanoke, Virginia. I am been a stitcher since my grandma taught me when I was, I don't know, 13, 12, something in that range. So without doing math, around 40 years. I've been doing this off and on. And started Flosstube a little over a year ago. I jumped in with everybody else so I could show my projects and enable you just like you've all been kind enough to enable me. So you can follow me on Instagram at PottyMouthStitcher for stitching stuff, as well as I have an Etsy store with floss drops and other random goodies. And that is under TheCottageCatDesigns, Instagram and Etsy. So speaking of which, I do have some new stuff to show you about that, and I need your opinion. So I have some of these done. They'll probably be posted within the next few days, maybe this weekend. We'll see how productive I get in the next 24 hours. You never know. You just never know. I like to surprise myself. This one is like, I don't know if you can see them very well, but they're actually little embroidered flowers. I thought these were adorable. So these are like 2.5, 2.5 by 2, kind of big. And they're all different. And they're all pretty. Makes me want to embroider, but dear God, no. I've got enough fun stuff. Here's some that I have glued, but they're not cut yet. But they're chickens. Look at the little chicken tags. I'm a sucker for chickens. Ta-da! Aren't those cute? So we got some chickens. We got some flowers. Sticking with the summer theme. Again, it's glued but not cut. Bees! Aren't those cute? And this has like, I don't know, maybe 40. There are all kinds of different designs. So those are cute. And then because the next fun season coming up is Halloween, I found some of these cool things. Like some goth cemetery action. Neat. So if your Halloween projects need a little help, there you go, kids. There's some new ones. Now I need your opinion. I've been messing around with making my own thread beds. I've seen several different DIY videos from a bunch of different people. They're all adorable. And so I kind of was messing around. Like I said, if you didn't already know, 100 years ago I owned a cross-stitch store. I owned a scrapbook store. So that's kind of where the tags came from. I've always enjoyed doing the paper craft stuff. I have a ton of paper stuff in my little garage, studio, she shed, whatever you want to call it. My doghouse for me. So that's why I'm like, you know, that's why I started making my own tags to begin with, let alone morphing into these. So the next best thing was a thread bed. I really, when I'm doing the 32 count projects and whatnot, and I'm using 2 strands of thread, I don't always like putting them back on the cards all the time, especially if you're changing threads a lot. We all use thread beds basically for the same reason. So there's that, but then I found, you know, like I get a bunch of Gamma's Treasures bags, love them. She gives you the little thread bed. They're awesome. I can't say enough about them. Go get you some. But, you know, you're putting them on there, and to put them back in your bag, then they get stuck in the bag. So I'm like, this stinks. So, like I said, I came up with something like this. Again, this was prototype number 1. So, pardon the wonky stitch, or not stitching, but the cutting and whatnot. I was just seeing if I could make it. So you open it up, and it's an actual little book. There's your thread bed. I put little magnets in there, in the corners. Doesn't really keep it shut. They're not that strong. Maybe in the future I'll buy stronger ones, but they're definitely strong enough to put your little needles on. So, there's that one. The little blue one. Again, I've got all kinds of paper. I got all kinds of felt. It was something else I did back in the day. This is, as I'm launching stuff, dyed wool that I did. I used to do like rug hooking, everything else. I've done it. I've dabbled in it. Name it, I've played with it. So, what do you think? Is that something y'all are interested in? I don't know that I can make a bunch of them. They might be like 10 bucks, you know what I'm saying? So it's nothing huge, but they're fun to make. I like them. You'll see them in a couple of my projects. Now that I've shown these to you, I'll put them in my bags and I'll start using them. But I think they're cute. And again, it's kind of a combination of several different people's videos that I saw. So thank you out there for, I think Linen and Scraps was one of them that's a floss tuber. And so, you know, a bunch of people out there doing a much more creative than I am. I'm kind of a copycat. I'm not going to lie. I see something, I'm like, I might be able to tweak it, but I run with it and go from there. The other thing in the Etsy store are the little project bag tags. And on here, you just have a spot to put the name of your project, designer, fabric, start date, stop date, nothing major. But since more and more project bags are being made without the vinyl, so it's easy to see what's in there, I kind of just went with my own. I'm like, you know what, I can make those too. So there we go. If you want some of those, they're in the shop too. Again, so that's CottageCatDesigns on Instagram and Etsy, and or PottyMouthStitcher on Instagram. You can find me there too. Alrighty, so there's all that fun stuff. And I need you to go ahead and get you some paper and a pen, because as I was ironing all of these, I'm going, damn, I've got some nice projects. These sure are cute. So if you're not enabled, influenced, whatever today, I mean, I don't know what else I could do. So, because I'm thinking you're going to find something you want, or if you've been on the fence because you've seen it 10 other times by 10 other floss tubers, just go get it. Just go get it. Do yourself a favor. Write it down. Put it on your wish list. Hook up one of your LNSs online or nearby and go spend some money. Your husband said do it. Yeah, he sent me a note. Go do it. So there you go. I'll wait. Ready? You got something? Okay, good. All right, moving on. So it's the mid-year. I am one of those weirdos and I do stats, and of course I didn't pull out my little book. So you're just gonna have to be impressed. Oh, look, here's my planner. Got stickers, got colors, the whole shebang. I do keep track of the actual stitches I do every day, and I write down which projects they're on, and yeah, I'm one of those weirdos. I got no problem admitting it. I also put it in my Stitch Pal app, so that gives me percentages. You'll hear percentages. It's not like the, oh, what's the other big app everybody uses? Pattern Keeper, or one of those type digital ones. I've got that too. I've got some projects on there, none that I'm actively working on right now. But anyways, I just get a percentage. I can't give you a precise 550,000 whatever stitches. But again, it's just more for me. But I'll throw it out at you just because it's the middle of the year. It's what we do. So, active whips as of today, 23. 23. Wow. I don't know if I'm slacking or I'm just a glutton. I can't tell you. I'm somewhere in between. I finished this year. I finished 5 projects already and I started 8. I mean, it's kind of even. Total actual stitches through June was 53,248, which is roughly 5,700 more than last year. So, yay me, I guess. I don't know. Does that mean I know I can reward myself because I got my sister trip coming up at the end of August, end of July into August. And we're going to do the 127 garage sale that goes from Michigan down into Alabama. So I'm meeting my sister in Cincinnati. Yeah, she let me plan it. Sucker. Anyways, so normally we would go back home to Bloomville, Ohio, and spend the weekend with Mom, but as we all know, circumstances changed this year, so we're kind of like, what are we going to do? Let's mix it up a little bit. So here's my chance, ladies and germs. I'm going to Keepsakes. I'm going to be there July 31st. Somebody hook me up and tell me if y'all ain't going to be open, but it's a Wednesday. I think you're open. I don't think it's any major holiday that I know of. All the StitchCon madness is over. You should be open. My butt's going to be there as soon as I can drive my butt up from Virginia, and I'm camping. I'm camping there for the day, all right? Because it's probably going to take me that long to get through there. I'm probably going to make my sister come drag me out of there. I'm just saying. You've been warned. You want to see me? You want to say hi? Whatever. I'd love to see you. If you're in the area, come on. Come to Keepsakes. Help me spend some money. Because I'm sure I will. So there you go. July 31st. It's a Wednesday. Keepsakes. So we're going to go there, and then we're going to head north from there. We're going to hit some garage sales. Maybe go to Lake Erie. Maybe find a B&B, hang out on the lake, and stitch it up. If I get close enough, I'm gonna hit a couple other cross-stitch places, whether we scoot past Finley and go to Craft Gallery and see Paula and whatnot, or head over to Cleveburg, and I know there's at least 1 or 2 stores over there I've yet to be to, so maybe we'll see. Feeling cute. Might spend a paycheck, whatever. All right. Anyways, moving right along. If you got your paper and your pencil, got a drink, we're going to be here for a few minutes. I got a little bit of haul. If I haven't bored you to tears by then, I'll show you what I got. So, we are going in order. Just, it's basically part shaming myself. I'm just going to be honest. Dear Christ in heaven, why are you still working on these? So, from oldest to newest. And I'm getting there. but that's what we're going to do. Oldest to newest. 23 projects. And I think I have my poop in a group. So are we ready? Okay, kids. First up is Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. You've all seen it. It's gorgeous because everything by Teresa is gorgeous. That's it. I've been working on this one since 2022. I'm doing it on the called for, there's the pretty colors. Totally shamefully messed up. I'm doing it on the called for tin roof. I believe it's 32 count. And she's so big, I can almost get her on screen. That's an ab workout right there, kids. All right, so what I did recently, because I have been working on this one fairly regularly, is the blue house. So what's done, or what's left of that primarily, is fill in. So I'm really, really hoping to have the Zooms and all that fun stuff start hitting on days that I don't work or have to travel or whatever. And of course, the Lindy Stitches Midsummer Stitch, I work that weekend. So even though it's $8, I might be able to be there for a couple hours on Friday night until I pass out. So maybe, I don't know, but I work the next day unless I bring my computer to work and pop in and out when I can't. You know, don't tempt me. I might, but anyways, one of these days I'm gonna be on some Zooms, and that's a perfect project for Zooms, right? Because that's what everybody says. Just do fill in because you're gonna screw it up otherwise. So that's what that is. Also, with this one, I took I've heard several people say the advice of going to Michael's or wherever they do framing, and they have the oops frames. So this was at Michael's. I found it a few weeks ago, and it was $8. It also weighs about 8 pounds. Look. Right? So, it's a smidge big. I ain't gonna lie. But you know what? For $8, it might just work. We'll see. I don't know. If not, I'll hang on because I have a plethora of giant projects. So maybe it's bound to fit one of them. You know it is. So there's that. But yeah, definitely check that one out. It wasn't the only one I found. I also found this one. Isn't that cute? Just close up of it. But yeah. $8. Shut up and take my money. Not a problem. So we'll see. We'll see if she fits or not. Next up is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. This one's done on 36 count Legacy by Picture This Plus. I am just using the called for DMC. There it is, A Shameful Mess. I've not worked on this one much this year yet. It really hasn't been called on my WIP Go. WIP Go has not. I'm kind of sucking on that one. I'm good through May, and I just started getting caught up on June. So I'm not too far behind. I can't complain but so much. So this one hasn't been called yet on the WIP Go. It's where it probably hasn't really gotten much love. There you go. Basically working on this block right here. And I think next up, once I finish that block, I'm just going to go ahead and do the borders of all the blocks and get that, make me feel like I've got something accomplished on it. You know, we all know it won't be, but sure will look impressive. At least in my mind. There's that. Next one is The Bane of My Existence. Inspiration by Rosewood Manor. I mean, it's gorgeous. You hear me say it every time. It is gorgeous. Using the called for DMC. I know it's shameful. I have all these floss drops that I peddle to you, but I've not switched anything over. I have some of my newer ones I start because I keep all the mistakes for myself if the whole set didn't make it because I screwed something up. I've got all kinds of freebies or junkies that I'm using up, but I'm just using them on the new projects as they come along. So there is my kinky, unbominated, called for DMC for Inspiration. It is done on 32 count Moonglow by, I have no idea. If I wrote it down, it's not right in my line of sight. So on this technically, where am I? Technically, it's 13% done. And a little bit of a close-up. There is more backstitch than any one project should have. But it's beautiful. And someday I'm going to do a happy dance when she's done. All right. Getting all the cat hair stirred up off the project, so pardon the nose touching. Anyways, next up is, should have had done a better job putting these together here, Heidi. I was lucky to get them ironed, I guess. Which one is it? It's Jeanette Douglas, and it is Seasons by the Sea. I'm working on Autumn. Now, if you've been with me a hot minute, you'll know that this is the project that brought me back into cross stitch. Especially, I was like, well, I definitely need to figure out how to stitch on linen, because prior to this, I was just an Ada stitcher. As I've said before, I wasted my youth and good eyes on like 2-count freaking Ada. and now it's, here I am doing crazy stuff when I'm half blind. But anyways, so this is the project that I bought all the little, her little, cause it's all a mix of pretty Krynics and metallics and silks and whatnot to do all her stuff. And it's downright shameful that I don't have this done yet. That's the sad part. But anyways, so I'm shamed. Someone, cross-stitch God smite me, I don't know. This is done on maritime linen, 36 count. And again, I don't know, it must not have been called on the old WIP Go, because I really haven't worked on this one yet either. But there she is. A little bit of a close-up. But I mean, the border alone is just delightful. I don't know what you can see since I'm half blind with this. A cute little pumpkin. But they're just all kinds of specialty stitches. She does a great job of explaining them all. If you haven't already purchased this, do it. Write it down. Go ahead and get it. Go ahead and fire up your 1, 2, 3 stitch. Put it on your wish list. Go ahead and get the floss packs that go with it. Might have to sell some blood, but it's worth it. You'll probably get it done before I do, because I suck. But anyways, Seasons by the Sea by Jeanette Douglas. Next up. Oh, and that one technically is 33% done. I'm slacking on my stats already. I write them down. I'm not paying attention. Bear with me. Next up is Nevermore by Tiny Modernist. Ta-da! Super cute. Don't know why I don't have this done yet. I'm doing it on Stormy Gray by Fabric Flare at a 40 count. And that's what I've got done so far. Isn't that adorable? I mean, I like all the little tier projects. I probably have 2 or 3 more patterns of varying people that have done these. They're all adorable. This one, I keep looking at it. Wouldn't it be kind of cool? Because, you know, I'm on a bead kick lately. Add some beads on that chandelier or on the branches. I might have to play with that. We'll see. Stand by, kids. You know I'll do something. All right. Next up. Let Freedom Ring by Lila's Studio. And you think you're making pretty good progress, but it's because I haven't started stitching the building. But looking forward to it. I have actually worked on this one fairly recently. Here is all the, well, not all, but a good start of the called for goodies. Here's the rest of it. Pull them off as I need some. Slowly but surely working my way through that DMC stash. And this is on another Fabric Flare 40 count called Script. Because this is the one where I learned that I really need to pay attention to exactly what you're ordering. Because, you know, you get the fat quarter this way, but the script was going the wrong way. So, I went ahead and went across to see just how much space I was going to have. And as you can see, just. So, she's a little tight. But she's going to fit. And that's all that matters. So, last time you saw it, I think I just finished the scroll. And then I did all that flower there. Recently. I love the colors in this one. Flowers are really pretty. Next up was one I hadn't touched all year, but June WIP Go brought it up. And I remembered how much I like working on this project. Helps when I show you right side up. This is Gathering Honey by Plum Street. And I'm doing it on a 32 count. Yet another fabric flare. What is it? Berkshire Hive. I found this when I was up at brain fart. Cross Stitch Station. There it is in Waynesboro, Virginia. Because she had it done on the Berkshire Hive and it's like, hey. I'm like, heck yeah, that looks awesome. So as you can see, it has that really cool little honeycomb on it. And that's what I've got done. I was working on it just the other day and I got about 2/3 of that scup done, bee scup. And there's what, like two or three other little bee scups over there. Ta-da! I don't know exactly what type of fabric this is, but it is so easy to stitch on. It's like mini Ada. You tell me, all you fabric experts out there. Gosh, it's easy. It's not like your traditional linen where you're, you know, fighting, is it or is it not 2 threads, which screws me up every time. Of course, Ada screws me up. It doesn't make any difference. Math is clearly a problem. That one's 22% done. And since it's so easy to stitch on, I'm probably taking it on my sister trip. It's a bigger count. I won't need to bring all the lighting in the world, and my old eyes can actually see it. So that might get a little bit more love here the next month. Okay, and I guess I could be showing you the bags on these, but for the most part, they've been nothing special. These are the bags I made with Mom. She did the majority of the work because she knows what she knew what she was doing. I can cut stuff. That's about it. This is Blackberry House by Plum Street. Doing this on 32 count. Looks like a mystery fabric because I did not write it down. And it's kind of a shame I haven't got more done. So there's that. Like the colors. Sorry that the lighting's doing wonky things. This is just the beginning of that base. If you wonder what that is that like an alien's ear? What is that? No. It's part of the base. So, but yeah, by looking at it, you're like, the heck? But using all the called for over dyed. Sorry, kids. Can't keep up with my own tongue today. All right, next up. Something else that hasn't gotten much love lately. Lacey Cottage Sampler. Another Rosewood. I mean, every time I do this, I look at the back because this is the other design that's concluded. Isn't that cute? I like that purple house. No matter what side she puts it on. It's cute. Cute little sampler. Anyways, that I've done on a 36 count heirloom by Needle Bling. And I tell you what really drew me in, because that picture, like most things, not do it any justice, but the colors on this are just gorgeous. And it's a shame I don't have more done, because they really are beautiful. And there's that. I like the little red mulberry highlights on it. Can you see those? Am I holding it right? There we go. Super cute. The more you look at it. Be interesting to see the colors come together. Because right there you're kind of like, whoa, where's the mulberry coming from? You know, but time will tell. Time will tell. What is next? What's not to love? Consider the Lilies. Heartstring Samplery. I mean, every time I pull this one out, I don't know why I put it away. I love it. Doing this on a 46 count cappuccino by Fiber on a Whim. Oh, hold up. Let me show you the pretty part. Or the other pretty part. It's all the gorgeous colors in this one. Just love them. I say it every time. I know it's boring and you hear everybody say, I just love this one. I do. Again, you writing this one down? If you haven't, I know you've seen it 50 other times. Just get it. I did go ahead and make certain that she was going to fit. But here's a close-up. Some of those super cute motifs. A little bee. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I would definitely do the variegation. Definitely for those flowers, no matter what colors you pick. Of course, the color. The lighting, but they really are pretty. Consider the Lilies. Add to cart. Here's another one. Oh, here's a Gamma's Treasures bag. I think it's the first one I bought. Cute. And Memories from the Past. Yeah. Hands Across the Sea. If you haven't got this one yet, I mean, just get it. Just get it. Gorgeous. Doing this on a 40 count Newcastle Platinum. And I work my way over to the right hand side because now that I'm primarily stitching in hand, it's easier for me to go right to left. And these colors are just stunning. So there's an idea of how big she is. But I mean, look at the colors. Aren't they gorgeous? So bright. Just adorable. Love it, love it, love it. I think, are these DMCs? Yes, they are. Look at them. DMCs. There's some. There's some. These are Birds and Floral. Birds and Flowers. Something like that. So cute. Ah! Look at those colors. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it so much. What? This is how much of a dork I am, people. I mean, if you haven't figured it out, here is your absolute proof. I'm saving the orts just from this project so I can make its own little Christmas ornament. Because I love the colors that much. Yep. Who's a nerd? This chick. You can all be nerds with me. Add to cart. Memories of the Past. Okay. Next up, I believe I got this bag at Barefoot Needle Arts at the retreat last year. See, there's the inside. So pretty. And it's only fitting that I'm working on the Country Cottage Needle Arts, Needleworks, Boardwalk, Beach Boardwalk, and in true Country Cottage Needlework fashion. Oh my gosh, the nose. Ugh. Anyways, they come in succession. Here's all the pretty, all the cute little things. You put them together, and God willing, they're all going to fit on my tiny little, here's the called for goodies. My awesome piece of linen that I'm using that is also from Barefoot Needle Art. All my stuff back in here. Sorry, it's called Sea Mist. It's beautiful. Isn't that pretty? What a pretty color. Sea Mist, 40 count. Barefoot Needle Art. Again, couldn't tell if you could see it or not. There's a close-up of what I've got done. You get the little ocean and the sand in each and every little one. You get some clouds and whatnot. That's super cute. I love working on it. You'd think I'd work on it more. Anyways. Highly recommend that one too. Where are we? Number 13. That one, technically, Beach Boardwalk, it's 21% done, meaning 21% of that first little pattern. I don't want to think about the real percentage, because that's just be sad. Let Love Rain. Of course, that's really not the whole picture, is it? I'm sure you've seen it. I've seen on Instagram, some people have changed the colors up on this, and it is stunning. Me, of course, I'm doing the called for. Because here pretty soon, you're going to hear my horror story of my attempt at not using called for. Yes. Oh, it's coming, kids. There's your teaser. It's a delight. This is DMC, I believe. There might be a couple over dye, but that's it. I like the browns and golds with a little blue highlight. What am I doing this one on? 40 count mystery fabric. I sure have bought a lot of that mystery fabric over the years. Here's the close-up of the corner that I actually have done. And then get my ab work out. Surprised it didn't fall over. But I at least got the little single stitch all the way around to get an idea of just how big she's going to be, and more importantly, it fits. So, on the mystery fabric. Love it. Love it. The blues with that, just gorgeous. Speaking of gorgeous, go ahead and write this one down too, kids. I've actually gotten several comments from people where they said they went ahead and bought this one. So, I mean, everybody's doing it. You might as well get you one. Dreaming of Mums by Rosewood Manor. This is where Karen redeemed herself in my eyes from inspiration. I'll always be thankful because of Dreaming of Mums. The colors are stunning. Stunning. Get the called for, spend the cash. Amazing. I'm doing this on a, 40? Yeah, 40 count fiber on Wilm, milk and honey. Let's show you those stunning colors. Look at those. Gorgeous. Who doesn't want those in their life? I know you do. Let me show you what I've done here. If I get it together, Blazer. All right, yes. Here we go. Isn't that beautiful? I think since you've seen it last, I finished this little pink flower, and over here, the variegation on that orange flower is awesome. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. There's another one. Like I said, spread the love, kids. Don't buy it all in one place. And then, you know, make sure mailman wonder what the heck you're doing. All these different packages come in. Love it, though. And that one, Dreaming of Moms, I got a whopping 6% done on that one so far. And I like the colors so much, I might start saving the orts for that one, too. And make its own little ornament. It's too cute. I have plenty of Altoids tins. I've saved these all the time over the years. I don't know why. I'm a sucker for boxes and bags. I'm a bag whore. I'm a box whore. I don't understand. The weird compulsions we have in life. Who's with me? Who knows? Who appreciates a good box? You know what I'm saying? Like the tomato boxes. Sturdy. You could probably stand in them and like be lifted. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. Who doesn't appreciate a good box? Anyway, I know you do. I know there's others out there just as weird as I am. Okay, next up. Sweetheart Hill. Plum Street. This is one of those rare smalls that I do, but it's still adorable. I'm doing this on a 32 count flax with the super smushed, man, that's pathetic. Super smushed, called for beautiful pinks and green overdyes. Man, what a mess. Shame on me. That's what I've got done. Some days this is going to be a nice zoom stitch with all that fill in I've got to do. Guess it would help if I actually outlined it. Oh, it'll get there. All right, next up is my epic fail, kids. I don't even know how to start talking about it. My God. Go back a couple different videos. I've talked about this one. Let me get you out of suspense. It is Ever Flowering Garden by Owl Forest Embroidery. So pretty. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I just wanted to stitch it. And I was like, stupidly, I'm not going to use their threads. I really wanted to use Cottage garden threads because, like, they're beautiful. But again, there is no L&S around me that has them to look at. So I agonized having 15 different screens open, trying to figure it out online, which clearly was futile. But as it came to it, it wasn't the biggest problem I had. Clearly, it's just math. I don't know why they trust me to do the job that I do, because clearly I can't do math. I don't know. I'm a Riri. Anyways, so as I started this project, and these were the colors that I chose. Cottage garden threads. Beautiful. And, I mean, really, see the beautiful variegation in these? It really is. If you haven't used any of these threads yet, just go buy some. I know they have clubs and whatnot. They just had their sale. I don't think it's going on anymore, but go for it. Anyways, so I thought I was going to do this on a 36 count. I don't even remember. I think I just got some generic whatever, natural. And at first, I didn't have a color that I really liked for that border, because the one I got, it seemed more brown than green. So actually at one point, I had done a good little part of it, and then I pulled it all out like an idiot. And I restitched it with that. And I'm like, sometimes you look at it and you're like, yeah, that's green. And other times you're like, no, that's brown. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to run with it, because the rest, there's the other greens in it. There you can see it. Very pretty. I liked it. And I'm like, I'll just do more of that inside because on their patterns, they'll give you actual stitch counts. And it was this color that was used predominantly through the whole inside of this bad boy, right? That's a whole lot of green. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to do the border in this brownish, greenish, whatever it is. So let's just go across and see where it's at. So I'm like, do. Right there, kids. Right there. That was the middle. See that little doojobby right there? Middle. Yeah. See the problem? Yeah. Math. I'm a freaking retard. So, this project has just kicked my ass up and down this hill 3-4 times now. And I'm like, FML. Seriously. Seriously. So, this is like priority number 1 when I get to keepsakes. Somebody tell me, I hope they have cottage garden threads. I'm just going to assume they do. It sure seems like they should, right? And I'm taking this and I'm going to be like, okay, kids, here's all the colors I've got that I've been using. And I've kind of identified a couple that might be a good, I guess, exchange for the high country that I'm using for that border, that are a little bit more greeny instead of browny, because clearly God has deemed me, I'm just going to redo it. I have to. As much as I've stitched this frickin' thing, I'm going to do it again on a piece of fabric that's actually big enough, because I'm a dipshit. I mean, seriously. I don't know. I'm an idiot. So, that's what I'm doing, keepsakes. I know you're some color pros. Hook a sister up. Make me not hate me any more than I already do for this freaking project. Because it's gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I might switch out something else too. I don't know. Whatever. But I'm going. And we're going to do something. So yeah. That's... Again, other than that, I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Idiot. What you gonna do? Live and learn. The hard way. Virtually every time. I'm nothing if not consistent. But don't let my stupidity stop you, kids. Highly recommend anything from Owl Forest. Honestly, they have got some beautiful designs. For the love of God, just get their thread. Just get it. Jesus. Unless you're better than I am, which who isn't when it comes to color? I'm an idiot. Moving right along. I have not printed off the update to this one. Teresa Kogut Stitch Along, Mystery Stitch Along, Hometown. I'm trying real hard to love this one. But, you know, Mystery Sal's, I'm always kind of like, do I want to dedicate a month of my life total to stitching something? And sometimes you get lucky. So like the Evertote one I did over Christmas, I liked it. Loved the colors. It was fun. This is all DMC. I think I ended up switching 1 or 2 out that she had talked about in her Patreon. This is available through her Patreon. And it's not that I don't like it. It's very different from Teresa's other stuff. I just haven't really gotten into it. And I think because I was doing, this is a 36 count Fox and Rabbit up in the attic, called for. And I was doing 2/2. I have since switched to 1/2 because with the full coverage, I thought it was just looking kind of messy. So I switched over. I really can't tell. with the 1/2. So going forward, I'll be doing 1/2. You know, live and learn. That's where 36 count for me is like, I love it. Pardon. And then I hate it because you're like, I'm one of those, I don't like the prim lights. I want full coverage. You know, I want decent, I don't want to see the fabric through the thread. It's the, if I spent the money for variegated thread, that's what I want to see. You know, that's just me. You do you. I don't judge. But that's where I'm like, either just go for it with 32, 2/2, be done with it, or roll on up to 40 and do 1, because 36 is tricky. And I don't know why I keep buying it. And then I agonize, I go back and forth. I like it, I don't. Ba-ba-ba. Such a chick. Stupid. Anyways, next up. This is Mary Gibson, 1828, from Whilst Iris Naps. I believe this was the project or one of them from the Homespun group on Facebook. Got it through Hobby House with 46 count Thornfield needle and flax, and using their Soie silks. Ta-da! There's pretty colors. Their little blingy bling that they give you. They're nice petable silks. I'm absolutely ashamed to show you my start on this because that's basically all I did. This is one of the Mania starts this year. And that's it. But I did, not on the last, was it the last? I think it was 2 videos ago when I was the Borders 2 Heidi 0. She actually did send me, she's left me a comment, and she's like, I don't think you're going to have a problem with this border. I'll find a way to screw it up. I'm hoping you're right. I love it so far. I can't wait to see those colors come together. Those colors are beautiful. So there's that one. Mary Gibson. Next up. Oh, something else I jacked up. I'm on a roll. I mean, I've just been tearing crap up the past couple months. Sad. I should be punished and never have to leave the house again until I learn how to stitch, right? All right, this is Sampler with Bouquets or something like that. I don't know French. Jardin Privé. This has 3 sections. I love all their stuff. This is what it looks like when they're all done. I have 2 or 3 of their patterns. I love their colors. And they put them all together. They're so pretty. Can't recommend them enough. Go ahead, add that one to cart too. Or your wish list, something. Pardon me. I'm doing this with the called for DMC. And here's some aqua flowers and butterflies. Called for DMC on some Stash 18 count Ada, because I like just the look of these colors on white. Notice the problem? Yeah. Counting's difficult. So my ABCs got a little wonky, a little high. So I get to rip that out and put it back down there where it's supposed to be. Because I'm a Riri. But anyways, we've all done it. I'll do it again. But look at those colors. Aren't they pretty? Love them. Super easy. Nice stitch. Really is. You'll love it. Go buy it. Get you some. Get it. Speaking of other really super awesome killer whatever designers that I love, that I just blah about all the time. Crochet-A-Go-Go. You can find her on Etsy. She She has her own Etsy store where you can primarily get them. I believe in one of the most, she's in the magazines all the time. She just did a patriotic pillow in one of the ones that came out a few weeks ago. Love it. Don't think I won't be stitching it. But this is one of her series. This is 4th of July in the City. So in the City is her series. And you're going to see these 3 level, whatever, Spring in the City, Halloween in the City. They're all adorable. The colors are amazing. Go download it today. I'm doing this on a 32 count raw opalescent with the called for DMC. On a mishmash of some of my patriotic tags. See, there they are. But there we go. Called for DMC. And since there is, oh, and look, one of the little thread beds, because see, once you get a bunch of colors, I'd like to keep them on this and not in the bag. But anyways, since there's fireworks in this, I went with the opalescent. That's what I've got done so far. Colors are great. I mean, just great. Look at that cute border. Adorable. Go download. We're getting there, kids. We're almost done. All right. Again, if you've seen some of the earlier videos this year, you know that as I was going through some of my inherited stash and whatnot, digging around in my armoire over here that has all my stitchy stuff in it and clearing the back, I found the thing that I knew I had somewhere, but had no clue where the heck it had gotten to. But here she is. It's a lavender and lace. I had to start this last century sometime. Celtic Noel, I believe is the name of it. And when I got her, she was almost done. I mean, except for this little bit right here, she was stitched. Why in the holy Hana that I stopped? I got no clue. Probably because I did say I probably didn't have resting bitch face until I stitched all that Kreinik. Because yeah, that's probably why I did it. I was like, you know what? There's still some Kreinik to go. For the love of God, I don't have it in me. More than likely, that's why I got pushed to the back of the closet and with some sort of spell, so I couldn't see it again. Random, you know, everything. If you go back, you'll see the original project bag this was in, which was some gnarly looking Walmart bag. I mean, what are you going to do? Anyways, so I finished stitching her, and I started the beading. And there she is. I'll give you a little bit of close-up. The only beads I have done are right up there at the top. One of those bands, and over on a couple of these little medallions. I can't see what you can see. I'm sorry if this is... Let me just stand up. There you go. Some of those. And then I didn't have all the red beads and green beads needed. I got some there on the candle done. So, you can see all those little white spots. They're all beads eventually. And that's what those middle things will look like once all the beads are in them. As you can see, they're pretty empty. So, she still has a long way to go, but there she is. She is beautiful. And again, you know, back in the day, I didn't know any better. And this is on like 5 count freaking Ada. She's huge. And then as I ironed her up, it was like the heat reactivated the crunchy of the Ada. Whatever the heck they put in that fiber. It's impressive. Anyways. There's the Celtic Noel. She's beautiful. This is actually part of my haul. I went to the Mountain Stitcher gathering last month, and oh, I'm totally gonna blank on her name. I suck. Anyways, she was there. Gosh, I'm so sorry. I suck. I forgot her name. Anyways, man, it's gonna bother me. Anyways, she made some project bags. She had a bunch there to sell. I saw this one and I'm like, ooh, I have another one. It's not actively being used, but I have bought another one of hers. This one's a little bit bigger. Love the patriotic. Super cute. And this one has One Nation. Thought it was appropriate. Bygone Stitches. I'm stitching this one on a 32 count Ale Belfast with, I think it's still hanging over there, the called for red, white, and blue. Still hanging on my light over here because I was, you know, appropriately stitching on this one yesterday. But this is the one where, again, because of my weird current fascination with beads, I have started adding beads to it. They're in the middle of the white stars. This one, in between all the states, has little various designs throughout. Sometimes they're just this little thing. Other times they're like little swirly jobbies, whatever. And I thought, you know, oops, other than that random string, it might be kind of cool to add the beads. And then when I get to Virginia and Ohio, I'll stitch those just in beads too, just to make it, you know, I've seen a bunch of people just kind of either make it a different color or do something with it. I thought that was a neat idea. So I figured I'd do it with beads. And I got all kinds of warnings about those stars, kids. Yep. You think you're stitching them right. Yep. Stitch them and pay attention, or you will be backing up a few times just like I did yesterday. I was like, what? You think it points this way? No, it's this way. It's anyways, still beautiful. I'll love it when it's done. And it's an easy stitch. I mean, can't complain. Next up, last active whip, kids. Yep. This is July Quaker. Because again, I think it was handmade by Sarah W. I saw her really cool one that she's got in the little box behind her, and I said, what is that? Where'd you get it? There's the called for 3 colors on the botanical garden tags. Super cute. She told me, I bought the box. If you watched the previous ones, I got the June one done. I only bought June, July, and August because I thought maybe I could keep up with it. Clearly I have not, but I guess technically it's still July. But here's my pitiful little start. Should be done by the end of the night. Yeah. Oh well. I got it started. There's days you just have the best intentions, right? Anyways. So that's it for the WIP Parade. I do have some haul. We're only an hour and 4 minutes into this. Good heavens. It's nothing for your average WIP Parade, right? Like I said, I had gone to the Mountain Stitchers gathering. They get together monthly here in the Roanoke area. If you're interested, it's at Frank's again next Saturday. Frank's on Brambleton. We get the little side room. We eat some food, stitch. We show off our projects. We buy some goodies that everybody brings. It's delightful. So that's what I did. I bought some stuff. Because Miss Sarah was there from Millennial Stitchers. If you haven't already found her or seen her, she's on Facebook. She's on Instagram. Millennial Stitchers. She has she does her own fabric line. There she is, right? Millennial Fabrics. And she has a monthly club She offers linen and Aida, all the different counts, varying sizes. Really pretty stuff. This is probably the, I don't know, 4th or 5th, maybe more piece that I bought from her. I thought I was going to do Teresa Kogut's, that little wren, one of those wren samplers that came out this spring on this piece. So check her out. Like I said, I think she now sells all kinds of other patterns and whatnot. She has all kinds of cross-stitch goodies. I think she has thread clubs that are starting up too. So definitely go check her out. She's one of the sweetest human beings you're ever going to meet. Her and her husband are doing this. She's a school teacher. Send her some love. She's wonderful. She's very sweet. We've all seen this 100 times. She had this, so I snagged it. I've got some retreats coming up, so I need some smalls for an exchange. I guess it didn't say that. I had signed up for another, it's called a ranch retreat. If I remember correctly, it's in, is it Litchfield, Kentucky? It's the weekend before my Barefoot Needle Art retreat in Myrtle Beach. So, I mean, it's just going to be all kinds of stitchy goodness for 2 weeks. What's not to love? It's her first retreat, and I don't think it's super big, but she was asking for vendors. So I thought, I'll take my goodies. I'll see what it's like, and then just go somewhere different. So I think there might be some spots open, but don't quote me on that. And I'll put it in the information below because not quite remembering. It's like the Ranch something country store, but it's called the Ranch Retreat, and you can follow her on Instagram. I saw a listing about it in the Facebook group that's all about retreats and whatnot. It's in there. It is September 27th, 8th, and 9th, I believe. It was only $250, and their designer is Lucy Bean. And so she's going to have her own project specifically for this outing. So she said there's a swag bag from her, there's a swag bag from the lady that's doing the retreat, and it should be a good time in a cute little town in Kentucky. So I'm going. You should go too. What the heck? Come on. Join us. Check out some Lucy Bean. Pray for me. I'm stuck in cross-stitch world, right? Okay. I like all her stuff. It's really cute. Cute stuff. Anyways, back to my impromptu shopping at Frank's. Thanks to Millennial Stitchers and Millennial Fabrics, she had some of these really cool bags. There's my start. I think I'm going to restart it because it's this one. I wanted to see what it looked like 1/1, but I think 2/2 would be cuter. And or I saw it up at Cross Stitch Station. It looked like she had done, what are they, eyelet stitches for these or something like that. Very pretty. Neat idea. So we'll see. I'm going to play with this. I did not have the, what is it, pearl that it calls for? Yeah, number 5 pearl counting. I just used a full 6 strand of the DMC. And going from there. But they're super cute. There's what? There's several of these. Because I got more than one. Because why buy just one? There's the one with the little sampler. Super cute. Got a gray one to put that one on. And then up at Cross Stitch Station, they had they had the little bags. And like the super duper carry a dead body in it bag. They got all kinds of stuff. Pretty slick. Also there, she had, I'm sure she told me who makes these bags. I did not remember it because, you know, it's somebody's name. Therefore, I suck at it. Suck at it. Anyways, picked this one up too because I thought it was super cute. And it weighs about 50 pounds because it has my chatelaine in it. Yeah, which one? The peacock. It's ready to go. I think I bought all I'm going to buy to fit in here. I just got to pick a day and it's that one. Pick a day and go for it. Tune in some other time, kids. You'll see how crazy I get with that. Alright, just got this the other day. I was doing the Barefoot Needle Art project bag of the quarter. And this is the one I got. Cute. Pretty colors. There's that. I'm sure I'll fill it up. Of course, Gamma's Treasures. I like these small ones. That is my jam right there, kids. You want to know my colors and my kind of taste? That's it. So much so that I got another one. I'm a sucker. Her awesome thread bed you get. It has the awesome little magnet. And I got this one too. Look at those kitty cats. How cute are they? Look at that little tuxedo. Oh my goodness. Oh. See the little glasses on. That's adorable. Anyway, I'm sure I'll fill those up right quick. Alright, I also do the Patreon for Fox and Rabbit. I've got a couple different pieces of linen from them a few weeks ago. So I did the 32 count. It's white clay and April showers. And then while I was at Cross Stitch Station, I stopped there on the way up to when we went to Pennsylvania a couple weeks ago. Yes, to see Zach at the Crosscutters game. It was a lot of fun. Couldn't be a nicer group of people we had sitting around us. Had a little rain delay. Had a huge fireworks display afterwards. I was like, good Lord. I mean, almost put Roanoke to shame, quite honestly. And it was great. It was a good time. Anyways, we stopped on the way up. Rusty got a nap. I got to shop. And found something. I always find something. What's the Scarlet House samplers? Look at that, kids. It's kind of a small for me. Thought that was cute. A little la-di-da. One stitch at a time. What does it say? Beautiful things come together one stitch at a time. Oh, that's adorable. And then you've seen this one a lot lately because I think it came out this spring by JABW. When Cardinals Appear. Yeah. I need to do that one. It's been a rough couple weeks, kids. I don't know why. If you're in the same boat as me, if you've lost someone recently, you'll understand. Know that you're in a big boat with a lot of people. I'm right there with you. I have never seen this one before. Four Oaks Designs, a love song. I don't think the picture does it any justice, but it is beautiful. And I've never really done a monochromatic stitch yet. But that one sure is beautiful. A love song, that's what it's called. 2005, so that's an old one. She's pretty. And I was looking for some Carolyn Manning designs. She had several there. I was looking for the Flower a Day, because that's, you know, it looks completely overwhelming, therefore right up my alley, because I'm a weirdo. But this one caught my eye too. Is it blue? Yep. Not pretty. I mean, I understand when you just see the little computerized design. So I'm kind of interested, you know, I'm very interested to see what it's going to look like when it's actually stitched. Beautiful. Not seen that one out there done by anyone yet, but that doesn't mean there's not 100 of them out there, of course. There's a lot more colors than you think in that one. Anyways, this one I've seen a lot lately, but I've always liked it. Strawberry Fields by Blackberry. Rejoice Evermore by Gervais. I may already have this one. I may not. If so, I'll give it away at some point, but I just love it. Love that border. Look at that. Isn't that cute? And I like bluebirds. Sucker for bluebirds. Oh my goodness, kids, is that the end? Kind of, sort of. I did get my Halloween. Have I looked at it yet? No, I'm half scared to. But I do have. I got a small order from 123 Stitch because I needed the beads to finish the Celtic Noel. I didn't, like I said, needed a couple of those. I needed a sticky bob or whatever they're called for my beads for my One Nation and for the chatelaine. So, you know, they just send you random designs because, what if it's a Tacky Ted, whatever. There's 2 or 3 kinds. I don't know what the heck it's called. But I got rid of the packaging, so whatever. But I thought, how appropriate. They didn't know they did it, but one of them was like this. So this is the one that has my One Nation beads in it. So, thank you, 123 Stitch. Y'all are psychic and didn't know it. Alright, so plans. Like I said, I got a sister trip starting the end of July. So July 31st, I'm going to be at Keepsakes. You've been warned. or come see me. Like I said, I'll be stumbling around, probably with 2 baskets. And I signed up for the new retreat. And I'm going to the Barefoot Needle Art one in the beginning of October, Myrtle Beach. That one I'm going down on, it doesn't start till Thursday. They usually start, they'll have their open house at their store. They're in Southside on Thursday night. I'm going down Wednesday. Hopefully going to catch up with a friend of mine from high school like I did last year, but have more time. So I'm going to go down Wednesday. I'm going to be at the hotel there because this time it's right on the ocean front. So I was like, well, I'm going to have me a little beach time and or stick my big old butt at the pool, work on my melanoma, and get some relaxing in before I start shopping and stitching with all the awesome people that are going to show up at that one. So, I hope to see you at one of those random events, kids. Keepsakes, at the Ranch Retreat, and it's Letchfield? L-E-I-T-C-H. Someone correct me on how I'm saying that. Letchfield or Leachfield, Kentucky on September 27th. And Myrtle Beach, I think that starts the following Wednesday. Whatever that is. 2nd, 3rd, something like that. Anyways, I sure hope y'all are getting some awesome stitching time in sometime in your busy summers. I'll probably see you again in another few weeks. I don't know if I'm going to get in before I go on the sister trip. Today being the 5th, probably not. And I don't know, maybe I'll drag my sister into a little video. She keeps thinking she needs to be in one of these. She's like, I'm funny. I can go in there. And she is. So maybe I'll drag her in. I need to get her stitching. That's kind of part of my thought process of that she needs to meet me at Keepsakes, and maybe I can bring her over to the dark side, kids. Anyways, so I hope you're having a great summer so far, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you soon.